And I can't wait.
I'm sorry.
That's it. You can't
trying to do my Eartha Kitt impression. Never mind.
Stay tuned for that and Foreigner and a lot more right here on Bigger Than
No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving. I'm saving my love for you.
Lifetime on a Tuesday morning it is, I believe.
Indeed.
Every once in a while, we get the opportunity to talk to a legend in this industry, and I never know what a person who is a legend feels when they're referred to as a legend, but we'll ask her in just a second. She's an entertainer, a performer, an artist, a diva, and she has traveled the world over as an actress, as a singer, and I'm so thrilled that she is here. Welcome, Eartha Kitt. How are you?
I'm fine.
Hello, Eartha.
Good.
It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
This book is I'm Still Here, Confessions of a Sex Kitten, and you and I were...
Wow.
Oh, man. To sit next to Eartha Kitt and have that
Of a
happen?
sex kitten, the only thing to do is ow.
Now, were you doing that before the Catwoman Batman thing was going on?
Yes, I think that's why they hired me to do Catwoman, because I have the perfect ow.
You're a sexy lady. How old are you? You can tell me.
67 as far as I know.
Are you, as far as you know? Okay,
Yes.
and you're not nervous about talking about your age, apparently.
No, I love it. I made it.
That's right.
And I have a beautiful, wonderful daughter who is now 33, and she has 2 children. One is almost 5, Jason is 5 and something, and a little new baby that's about 6 weeks old or 2 months old. I think it's lovely.
It is.
I made it. I made it. That's what I mean by success. I feel good as a woman.
You are a romantic person. Your whole career has sort of been based around romance. And the word diva is used a lot when they say the word Eartha Kitt. When do you become a diva?
When you become a legend. And a legend means it's unbelievable. That means you don't exist.
Because I saw you blanch a little bit when he used the word legend.
Yes.
Is that something that you embrace or not?
I don't really think about it. I just think that, I had a discussion with my government about my taxes. And it was like, when was I born? Where are my papers so I can prove that I am a certain age? And they said, you don't exist. Because there's no proof of your ever being born. So I said, that's what you mean when you call me a legend.
Oh, my.
At least I don't exist.
Right.
So why am I paying taxes?
No
But it doesn't work.
birth certificate? Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Really?
You were born on a plantation in South Carolina?
Somewhere in South Carolina. We don't know exactly where I was born.
My goodness.
Or when I was born. Or whom I was born to.
So do you use a birth date
Yes, January 26th.
that you assigned or someone gave that you
My
used
aunt
yourself?
told me, my mother's sister told me that I was born on the 26th of January, but she didn't know what year.
At 67, are you still romantic?
Very.
Is there somebody in your life currently?
No.
Is that a problem?
I don't know. Sometimes I think about whether that's a problem or not, but I've been alone so much and for such a long time that I don't think of it as a problem. But I do think of it as sometimes having a mate so that I can go to the theater with, whether we want to be romantic or not, in the manner in which you think in terms of being commercially romantic. Now, what is his name who has written these 1,001 Ways to be Romantic?
Gregory Godek.
Gregory. And he sold 1,001 copies of 1,000 Ways. One thing I think he's missing out on, that a woman is not desirous of receiving practical presents.
Yes.
If you're a practical woman, and I always think that a woman is much more practical than a man is, we always want practical gifts.
How would a nail set
want the
fit with you? Eartha?
You want the houses?
We
You want the houses? How about a nail file?
That'll do as well.
See, Kelsey was
I think
right.
any kind of gift is a practical gift to a woman. But when you give her real estate, and you give her diamonds and furs, then wow.
That's not a bad deal.
I'd come
Real
a little
estate
closer
is
to
a
you.
practical gift.
Yes.
For years in Hollywood, I heard rumors, and you can tell me if they were rumors or true, about you and Orson Welles. And he said you were one of the most beautiful women, I got a smile out of you on that, in the world.
Most exciting woman in the world.
Yeah, and
She said the most exciting, not one.
the most exciting
Right.
woman. Okay. You want to expound on that a little bit?
Yes, would you like?
Hey, me and Eartha here, look at this. I like this.
Did Mark mention that he's bi-coastal? Yes, don't let it frighten you.
And I just left Los Angeles last
Did
night.
you?
I
Boy,
got here just in time
just
to
in
find
time.
you
That's
here.
right.
That's wonderful. I love it.
Tell me about Orson. He truly was a legend, and this was going on when, in the 40s?
No.
No?
No, I wasn't. When I sort of smiled when you mentioned the rumors that went around about me and Orson Welles, it was not a romantic thing at all. It was romantic in many ways that you would not think of terms of being romantic, because I was a very, very young girl. It was in the 50s, 1950, 51 or something like that. And we would be walking along the Champs-Élysées at 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning when the sun was just coming up. And we'd be going around Sacré-Cœur, and he'd be showing me the beauty of Paris. And that, to me, is romantic, because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, my.
And all you want to do is get so romantic. And then he'd leave me at the door at the Plaza Anthony Hotel, and he'd go home. And
I think
that,
I'm
to me...
cry.
Yes, it was fantastic memories.
Orson Welles,
Great
oh
memories.
my, what, that is such
Isn't
a
that cool?
beautiful description of an evening.
Yes.
But that kind of romance is really special, and there are few of us in our lives that can experience something like that. What is because you strike me as so earthy, Eartha. What would be off the Champs-Élysées and Sacré-Cœur and Eartha at home that is romantic and sexy for you, though?
At home with a man or by myself?
For the purposes of this
most of the
discussion.
time am by
For the purposes
myself.
of this discussion, you
Yes.
know, when you're with a man at home, is it the Sunday Times and some coffee, or?
I think cooking a meal for a man to me is the most romantic thing, because you can see him get all of his taste buds ready for this exercise of desire, you know.
Mark has to eat out of restaurants a lot.
You live here in New York, Eartha?
Oh, just outside. My daughter is out here, so I can't tell you where I am.
His wife's watching, so you're even.
Oh, man.
Okay, no, but I think all of the, as they say, the five senses come together over a pot of stew. And if you don't believe it, believe me, that is the most fantastic thing in the world. I don't have a man in my life at the moment. Remember, I'm saying this, bring the gifts, and I might be available. But real estate, that's what I want. But over a pot of food, my musicians come to my house all the time, and I grow a lot of my own food. And I just take it out of the ground, wash it, and put it in the pot. And my God, they go home to their women so sensuously desiring. You know, it's marvelous. I love every moment of it.
I can tell.
It's
And
the pot. that
I'm
cooks.
enjoying myself right now, as a matter of fact.
I tell you, a pot can cook romance better than anything in the world.
New meaning to the words comfort food, if you know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Now, Eartha, right now you're in a film that has at least been released here in New York, maybe not so much around the country yet, called Unzipped.
Yes.
Which is a behind-the-scenes look at the fashion industry, especially with the work of Isaac Mizrahi. And we're going to take a look at this clip and see one of your most recent contributions to film. Let's take a look at this. This is neat.
You sort of like, don't know what to say, honestly.
Is that why you're going to make gowns for me?
Yes, I am. I'm going to make gowns for you.
And that is how she referred to it. She said, will you make me gowns? Like that, she laughed. I was like, are you kidding? Will I make you gowns? I will make you nothing but gowns. Oh, I mean, this is like,
Yeah.
I can't wait. She was like, you know, something where I can really move around.
You know, to do all sorts of crazy,
Right,
wonderful
exactly.
things, you know, so that
Feel free.
it doesn't restrict me. And it's got to be a dress that I can do everything in, you know.
Absolutely.
Wow, you know. And
Wow.
Was he making fun of you, or was he having fun with you?
Well, I think he was having fun. I think they all have fun with me.
Yeah.
Yes, in the right way, because I think fun in the sense of humor, with men particularly, is so fantastic. And when they get that sensitivity of the sense of humor, it's a wonderful byplay between a man and woman. That's why I believe in flirting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gee, I would have never known. You know, I'm not even going to touch the Lady Bird Johnson thing, because I think you've done that several hundred times. But I did find out that you were a liaison between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. I'd like to know about that. You're obviously a very intelligent woman.
Thank you.
Yeah. What were you doing, and what was going on at that point? There was obviously a rift between the two of them.
Yes, well, Malcolm X wanted to go his way, and he thought, and for a long period there, he thought that brutality and the way things should be done is with weapons and, you know, with the fists and so forth. And my intention was always that if you use intelligence, you get much further with that. And therefore, Martin Luther King was the kind of way I preferred him to go. Malcolm X and I had a marvelous discussion for BBC the Sunday before he was killed. And he was then admitting to me that I was right, that he should go the Martin Luther King way. Yes, and he was going to change in his direction. And the next Sunday he came back and he was killed. I think it was a Sunday anyway. He came back the next week and he was killed.
Are you politically involved now?
I don't believe in joining anything. I am an individual thinker, and I want to maintain my individuality as an individual thinker. But if you want to hear my opinions about things,
I'm sure.
yeah, just
You'll give them.
Sure.
Could you teach Sissy how to purr?
Go ahead.
no, well, you goggle in the morning, don't you?
Well, I guess I'll have to begin to get this, because
Yes. Further down. Go further down. Just go. Pretend you're the most sexy cat in the world.
She's got fur balls,
And you
I
meet
think.
I'm allergic to cats. No, can't do it. I can't. You know, I think it's something that's just distinctive to those beautiful vocal
You have
cords.
to think in terms of gutturalness.
Think guttural.
Go down to your abdominal areas
Well,
and
we'll work on that in the commercial.
bring it up.
Eartha, it was just really a pleasure to
thrill.
see you today.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
new CD is Eartha Kitt Back in Business, if you want to hear some of those wonderful guttural sounds.
That's right.
Thank you so much for coming today.
It's a real
Thank
pleasure.
you.
All the
Thank
best.
you, Mike. It was fun.
Thank you. When we come back, Little White Lies. I think there's a song we could probably sing to the tune of White Lies, so stay tuned for that. E. Jean Carroll is here.